Hi guys, it's Emily from Novel Novels and welcome to today's video. This is the genre book tag. I was tagged in this by the lovely Nicole and Kaz and I believe someone else, but can I for the life of me remember who? Can I heck? But you guys will probably guess what genre I decided to pick that it's going to be the focus of this. It's historical fiction! Yay! This is a genre that can basically include so many eras of history. If I'm being honest, before we sort of do the questions, I want to sort of explain. I have two real sort of favourite eras of history. Actually, no, I lie, three. So I have my first favourite and probably my most favourite is Tudor fiction. I have got so many authors that I love of Tudor fiction, from Alison Weir, Philippa Gregory, Jean Plaidy I've now got some books of. I've got some Emily Purdy. I've read so many different Tudor authors. But guys, if you know any more, please feel free to let me know more because I love Tudor fiction. It's one of Tom's favourites. It's one of Julie's favourites. Oh, I love it. Then I've got my cozy read genre, my cozy read era, which is the wartime books, which I'll show you again, one of those. I love they're more sort of series. A lot of them are series books, and I love that. They're the ones I like my cozy read. Rather than chick lit, I tend to pick up wartime ones as my cozy read. And then we've got the Victorian era, which I love so much. I love the Victorian books. They're where a lot of my classics come from. So that's another era. But I would like to expand. That's one of my goals for this year, is to try different eras. All of them so far are based in England, but I would like to change that around a bit and go for different sort of areas. Again, this will be shown in this video. But guys, historical fiction is my favourite. It reminds me of where we come from. History is what makes us who we are because it's our base. It's the base of what we come from. For me, another bit for me was the suffragette books because my great-great-nan was a suffragette. It's what I've grown up with, strong women. So when I'm at my weakest, a historical fiction book about that will remind me that before me, my ancestors have been through so much more and so much, and they've all survived. So if they can do it, I can. It's in my genes, it's in my blood. I can do it. So to me, that's what history is about. And it also, if you think about these days, the problems that I have that are going on in the world at the moment, so that, you know, think that our ancestors have been through far, far worse. The Black Death, some of the illnesses, health issues, the economy, things like that. Our family, people have been through so much. So our history is, again, it puts things into perspective. And my cat's decided to join us on this video. But anyway, I've been waffling on about historical fiction. I could talk about it all day. I literally love historical fiction so much. It is the best. So, shall I get down to the prompts? And I will link all the prompts down below. I'm actually going to be good this time and link them all. So the first one is, what is your favourite standalone book? And I think you're all going to guess this one very easily. It's my favourite book of last year. Sorry, cat. It's The Binding. It's historical fiction at its best. It's a standalone book and it really is one of the best books ever. It's one of my favourite books from last year. It is one of my favourite books ever. And it's about book binding. It's about binding the bad stuff. In this book, you bind things you want to forget in a book, and the bookbinders do that. Emmett Farmer is working in the fields when a letter arrives summoning him to begin an apprenticeship. He will work for a bookbinder. Vocation arouses fear, superstition and prejudice, but neither he nor his parents can afford to refuse. And it's just, oh, it's beautiful. It's got magical realism. My copy of this, my sister Charlie bought me for my Christmas present, and look at it. Look at the end pages. I'm not normally a big hardback fan, but look at that. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? The front cover's beautiful. So, I love this book. You guys know I'll rave about it all day long, and it's a brilliant, brilliant book. The next one is one of your favourite series. Again, I could pick quite a few favourite series, but the one I was really torn between the Plantagenet, the Philippa Gregory Plantagenet series, or the one that I've just started and one I'm desperate to carry on. But yeah, so far, even though I already read one of the books of it, it outraised the Plantagenet series by far. and that is The Six Tudor Queens. I've got Anne Boleyn. I'm going to be reading this in probably June at the way I'm going, because I've got so many books. But look how beautiful this is. It's okay. I got this copy from a charity shop. It's hardback again. Look at this. This one is on Anne Boleyn. I've read the one on Catherine of Aragon. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. I can't believe I got this copy of it. It's absolutely gorgeous. I've got a paperback Jane Seymour and Anne of Cleves, I think it is, and I'm going to be collecting all of them, but this copy is beautiful. And to me, I guess I loved Catherine of Aragon book, and I read that it was the library book, so I need to buy my own copy of the first one. I'm looking for that in all the charity shops. But I didn't know very much about Catherine of Aragon, and it really, even though it's historical fiction, it does blend in non-fiction. So they're things that she basically apparently adapts from the history. Obviously, I didn't know very much about Catherine of Aragon, so that was why I felt this one was interesting. Anne Boleyn, if you would have asked me before I read books on her, I would have said she was my favourite of the Six Queens. But the more I read about her, the more I dislike the woman. And I felt sorry for her because she was the one divorced, beheaded, died. She got beheaded. And I felt sorry for her. But the more I read about her, the more I think she was a bit more of a witch, and she kind of deserved a bit of what she got. When I read about there was a book, I think it was Philippa Gregory book, and it was about the other Boleyn sister. And I read about her sister Mary and what her sister Mary went through and what Anne did to Mary. And there is some factual stuff in that. And again, it makes you put things into perspective. So I can't wait to read this, because I can't wait to see what she makes of Anne of Boleyn. But I think this is going to be really interesting. This series is really interesting because it does mix the fact in with the fiction, and we learn so much. But look how gorgeous this copy is. Last year I would have told you I didn't like hardback books, but I really am. And this, even though it looks massive, it's actually only just over 500 pages, so it's quite a good book. So yes, that was going to be my series. Should have known I'd pick a Tudor book to release one of these answers. The next one is number 3. What is your is a trope that you like in this genre? To me, that's dual narrative. I like it when you go from the past to the present. I've got one of the books that I've got. Kate Morton is a brilliant one for this. So I'm going to show you this book. It's one that I've been sent, I believe, for the Forgotten Garden. See if I've been sent it. Normally I keep a note of who sent me this. I can't remember if Simone sent me this one or if someone else did, but this is a beautiful, beautiful one. Sorry, whoever sent me this book, because I know it's beautiful. Might have been Gaia. Actually, I think that one might have been Gaia. Sorry, guys. So Kate Morton does it really well. In this one, she's got the 1913 timeline, 1975, and then the present. So I like the skipping between. Kate Morton does it really well. She does it in a way that you don't lose track of where you are. She does it in chapter breaks. Kate Morton's an ace at doing it. I love the way you get the chapter starts and you get the year you're in, and so I love that. I find it interesting mixing the past in the present, because again, it is our past is what makes us who we are. So to mix the past in with the present narrative. I loved The Lake House. That was my first. I listened to that on audiobook. Don't own my own copy of it, but I listened to it on audiobook. And I found that really interesting, the way it is, the way it works, the dual narratives. Love that one. The next one is number 4. What is a trope you don't like in this genre? I think the chick lit in Vicky in me doesn't like we'll get well after the war. So they write down that so it's the way they include that everything is suddenly the war's ended for the wartime fiction books. So obviously I'm going to show you a quick wartime fiction book that I like, The Walworth Girl. Let me just quickly show you that. I've got one more book to collect in that series as well. What is it with me in series these days? Oh, nightmare. Anyway, I don't like the theory that everything got better after the war, where they write that everything did, and because it doesn't, it didn't. So many things took so long to get better after the war ended. A lot of these books picture the war's ended, families got together, everything's become perfect. And it doesn't show you the bits and pieces that people had to rebuild and how long it took people to rebuild from the Second World War, or from any of the wars. So I think that trope, if that's a trope, I hope that counts as a trope, that really annoys me, because things don't just magically get better after an event. A lot of times an event will happen and it takes a lot longer to get better. So that's a bit of a bugbear for me. So number 5, what's a disappointing book in the genre? I can't say I've shown you because I don't have it on me. If a disappointing book, I'll get rid of it. And that's Black Orchids. I'm sorry Julie gave it to me and I wanted to like it. It's really is again sort of set sort of wartime, I think it is. It's a family that go from India. I think it's. Do you know what? I can't even tell you about it because I don't even remember it. It was that bad. But again, it annoyed me. I can't tell you about it because it was that forgettable and that annoying. So that's obviously one that I'm going to say. Sorry about not giving you a long answer on that. The next one is number 6. A book that is on your TBR that you want to get to soon. This is going to be an obvious one for you guys. The 13th Tale by Diane Setterfield. I really want to remove that price tag now. Do that afterwards. This one has been one that's going to be in another, it's probably going to be in quite a few videos because it's one that's been talked about a lot. Tom read it, he loved it. Katie read it, she loved it. I think my sister Charlie's read it, she loved it. Even think Charlie from Charles Heathcote's read it, he liked it. This book is amazing. So, I'm trying to think, I can't even read the back of it. Angerfield House stands alone, abandoned and forgotten. It was once an imposing house of the March family. Fascinating, manipulative Isabel, Charlie, her brutal and dangerous brother, and the wild, untamed twins, Emmeline and Adeline. Angerfield House conceals a very chilling secret whose impact will resonate. Ooh, very interesting. I cannot honestly tell you what timeline this is set up at. It is literally, oh my goodness. So look at the picture that I've got. Oh, I've only just seen that. I love it when I pick up books in charity shops and you just go, there's sneaky bits in there and it's just like, oh, postscriptum. Even the top wording of it's gorgeous. So when I saw this, I was like, I have to get my own copy of this. I can't wait to get to it. You guys know my TBR shelves are massive and they're going to go up after around birthday time. So yeah, but this is definitely one I want to get to because it has been raved about so much. And when Tom said he loved it, it was like, I knew I was going to love it. So the next, a book. Right, okay. An intimidating book or series. I can't really think about an intimidating series. I'm trying to think. I know that we've got the Bedlam Stacks. That's supposed to be that sort of area. That's the second book in another book. Natasha Purdy book, sorry. So that sort of series, that's again sounds so very good that I'm nervous about that. I can't really think of a series that intimidates me with historical fiction. But I do have this book that's been on my shelf a very long time, over a year, and it scares the crap out of me. And that's Memoirs of the Geisha. I want to read it with, I probably think Simone, I think you might be reading it, buddy, reading it with me at some point. I know my sister Charlie's supposed to be, but she doesn't watch my videos anymore. So it's a book we were supposed to buddy read last year, but we never got onto it. Something stopped us last year. It's a book that intimidates me because it is non-fiction, but it's also one that's been spoken about so much. I think Adrian McDonald's spoken about it. I think quite a few people have read it. It's Japanese non-fiction, so it's one that I need to get to because, like I said, it's been on my TBR shelf so long. It's set in a different country, so it will meet one of my goals for the year. But it scares the bejeebers out of me because it's that well known and it's that big. Again, it's not even 500 pages, but this one is scaring me and I don't know why. Do you think I should get to it, guys? Can you really please comment below and let me know what you think? Do I push myself and get to this sooner or later? What do I do? Do I nag Simone? I know you're going to watch this. I think if I buddy read it, I think it would make me want to read it more because buddy reads do kind of up books on your TBR shelf. Next one. What is another book genre you want to read more of? This was quite easy for me. I want to read more of thrillers and more thrillers, definitely. It's one that I'm definitely getting to more. It's one that was on my goals list that I wanted to read more of. And it's one that I definitely want to push myself in more because it's a genre that I need to read more of it. It's one that I'm interested in. I'm getting less squeamish. I'm getting less of a wimp. But it's really, I love it. So there's some books in that thrillers I've loved. I loved Deceived Cabinet book. I've loved some thrillers. Got one that's coming up with Simone's coming up soon that's apparently going to be a lot more gory than I thought it was going to be. And that scares the bejeebers out of me. I am a wimp, but I think the courtroom thrillers I find quite interesting. Psychological thrillers do get with me at the moment. I don't know how I do with that with my mental health at the moment. But again, that is. Thrillers that are based around kids being a mum, that is a bit of an area of it that I'm a bit nervous about. I watched a video that from Victoria did on thrillers, and I found that very interesting. She was like, thrillers for beginners, brilliant. Nicole's given me again, she's another one that's given me some brilliant thriller recommendations. So guys, keep reminding me, keep telling me your thrillers that you think I'm going to be able to go for, and please keep guiding me, because I don't want to pick up a book and go and be put off for life. But yeah, that to me is an area that I want to get to. What is the book genre that intimidates you the most? And that's horror. That was an easy one. You guys knew that would be the one. You all know me too well. You all know what I'm like. Like I said, I'm a wimp. I've got one Stephen King book, The Green Miles, on my list, on my shelves. I do need to get to more thrillers. Like I said, I've said it in many a video. Comment below, let me know the books that you think I can handle. Even the Stephen King ones, because I do want to try more. I do want to get into thrillers, but they're the horrors. But they are what scared me the most. I'm such a wimp. So that's my answer to that one. The next one is tag some people. So I'm going to tag Charlotte from Books and Bargains, because she wants to be tagged more. She needs to be raved about more. She is one of my... Oh, I love that girl. She's one of my absolute bestie friends on here. So I'm going to tag her. Charlie from Charles Heathcote. I think I know what genre you would pick, but I still want to see your video on it. I think you'd be amazing at this video. And then I'm going to go for a toppy booktuber, one of the higher booktubers, Tia. I think you would be... I think you might pick this genre, or would you pick classics? I love it. I love looking at tagging people and going, I wonder what one they would pick. Because when Nicole tagged me, even before she tagged me, I was answering it and doing historical fiction. So I think this video is really good fun. So yeah, love to see what you guys do. And if you're not tagged in it, still do it. It's brilliant fun. I'd love to watch it. And if you do it, let me know. Comment me, tag me, message me. I'd love to see what one of you do this video. So if you've liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel and not subscribed yet, ring on my ding-a-ling, and I'll see you all soon. Goodbye.